Hello everyone, I am Professor Pallavi Devkate. Welcomes you in next session of Extension 242. Course title is Consumer Psychology in Agribusiness. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about study of concept of demand and law of demand in detail. Okay, so this is one of the practical exercise. So we see one by one these different points. First of all, we see the meaning and definition of demand. So demand normally means the desire or willingness for good. Okay, but apart from desire and willingness, consumer should able to buy the goods. That means the demand that the person is willing and able to pay for the object that he desires is known as demand. Okay, that means a beggar desire to travel by air from Delhi to Mumbai has no significance as he cannot pay for it. On the other hand, a businessman desire go to Mumbai by air is the demand as he is able to pay for it and willing is also do so. So only willingness is not demand and only ability to pay for it is not demand. So demand is the desire backed by willingness and ability to pay. Okay, so definition of demand. The demand for commodity refers to quantity of commodity which an individual person is willing to buy at a particular price at a specific time is known as demand. Okay, the demand for everything at any given price is defined as the amount of it which will brought per unit time at that price is known as demand. Okay, after a definition of demand, next point is types of demand. So there are basic three types of demand. In that first one, price demand, second one is income demand, and third one is cross demand. Okay, so first one, that is price demand. So this price demand refers to various quantities of goods and services that consumer would willing to purchase at all possible price in a given market at a given point of time is known as price demand. That means whatever the goods and services that consumer will to buy at various prices that we call as a price demand. Okay, then second type, that is income demand. So this income demand refers to various quantity of goods and services that consumer would be willing to purchase at all different levels of income in a given market at a given point of time. That means whatever the quantity of a commodity or goods and services that purchased by the consumer at various level of income is known as income demand. Okay, then after that, third type of demand is cross demand. Okay, so this cross demand refers to various quantities of goods and services that a consumer would be willing to purchase not due to the change in price of the commodity under consideration but due to the change in the price of related commodity. Okay, is known as cross demand. So this cross demand is nothing but change in quantity demanded due to the change in price of other substitute. Okay, for example, change in price of tea will affect the change in demand for coffee is known as cross demand. Okay, some other types of demands, these are, first one is autonomous demand. So this autonomous demand for a product is one that arises independently of demand for any other good. That means this autonomous demand is quality being demanded when the income equals to 0. That means this autonomous demand are, for example, demand for goods such as clothes, shelter, these are the autonomous demand. Okay, then next one, that is derived demand. So this derived demand is one which derived from demand of some other goods. For example, demand for land, demand for fertilizer, agricultural tools, implement, etc. are called as a derived demand. That means, in short, whatever the demand for inputs are considered as a derived demand. Okay. After that, next type of demand, that is short run demand and long run demand. So this short run demand, the demand for goods over a short period like fashion goods or seasonal goods are considered as a short run demand, whereas long run demand refers to demand which exists over a longer period. For example, FMGC goods or generic goods. FMGC goods means fast moving consumer goods. Okay, these are the two types of demand. Then another types of demand, that is industry demand and firm demand. So this industry demand is the total demand for a commodity produced by all the firms constituting that industry is called as industry demand. Okay, whereas firm demand, it is the demand by a particular firm or production unit within the industry is known as firm demand. Okay, then another types of demand, that is consumer demand and producer demand. So this consumer demand is the demand for any goods or services through its final consumer. That means whatever the demand for final consumption is known as consumer good, and this consumer demand which gives direct satisfaction to the final consumer is known as consumer demand. Then whereas producer demand, the demand for any good or services through the producer who using it as a raw material is known as producer good. Okay, which gives indirect satisfaction to the final consumer. That means in case of consumer goods, consumer demand, it gives direct satisfaction to the consumer, whereas producer demand, it gives indirect satisfaction to the final consumer. Okay, then next type of demand, that is new demand and replaced demand. So new demand means demand for newly introduced commodity is known as new demand, whereas replaced demand for replacing the old commodity to other new version of that commodity is known as replaced demand. Okay, so these are the different types of demand. After types of demand, next point is demand schedule. Okay, so demand schedule, definition of demand schedule. The demand schedule is the table or chart which shows the quantities of commodity demanded at different prices in a given period of time is known as demand schedule. That means in this table we see there are the prices and quantity demanded in kg. So this table or chart is known as demand schedule. That means this demand schedule shows the relationship between price and quantity demanded. Okay, after that next one, that is demand curve. So demand curve, it is the graphical representation which shows the quantities of commodity demanded at different prices in a given period of time is known as demand curve. Okay, that means the graphical representation of demand schedule is known as demand curve. Okay, so in this figure we see the demand curve. So this demand curve is always downward from left to right. Okay, after that next point, that is law of demand. Okay, so this law of demand explains the functional relationship between quantity demanded of a commodity and its unit price. Okay, so this law of demand explains the relationship between quantity demanded and its price. So the law of demand says that demand varies inversely with price. That means the rise in price of commodity or services is followed by reduction in quantity demanded, and fall in price followed by extension in demand with other conditions remains the same. That means whatever the quantity demanded of a commodity is inversely related with price of that particular commodity. This is the law of demand. Okay, then next one, that is exception of law of demand. So there are some exceptions. In that, first one is Giffen paradox or Giffen goods. So in case of poor who spend major portion of their income on an inferior commodity like bajra, when the prices of bajra increase, that means These poor people purchase the bajra when there is rise in price of that particular bajra is known as Giffen paradox. That means the purchasing of commodity when its price rise is known as Giffen paradox. Okay, this is the exception of law of demand. Then second exception, that is prestigious good. That means when the possession of goods brings in social distinction, consumer would go for the same even if price is higher. For example, diamond, gold, etc. Okay, after that, next exception is higher price brand of commodity. If that means it happens that different brands of a commodity are priced differently. That means consumer would buy the superior brands though it is sold at higher price. Okay, this is one of the exception. Then next one, fear of shortage. Okay, that means if existing price is higher and it is expected to increase the further, consumer would buy more of it even at higher price, fearing of shortage. Okay, then another exceptions are emergency, ignorance, and out of fashion goods. These are the some exception of law of demand. Okay, after that, next point is movement along the demand curve. So this movement along the demand curve refers to change in quantity demanded due to the change in price. It can be either extension or contraction of demand. That means the movement of demand along the demand curve happens only when there is change in price. That means whatever the quantity demanded is changed due to the change in price is known as movement along the demand curve. This is either extension or contraction of demand. Okay, so what is meant by extension of demand? That means buying more quantity of a commodity at lower price is known as extension of demand, whereas contraction of demand, that is buying less quantity at higher price, is known as contraction of demand. Okay, after that, shift in demand curve. So this shift in demand curve refers to change in demand not due to the change in price but due to the change in price of other factors or due to the change in value of other variable that influence the demand is known as shift in demand. Okay, this shift in demand result in increase or decrease in demand. Okay, so first of all, what is meant by increase in demand? So more demand at same price or same demand at higher price is known as increase in demand, whereas decrease in demand means demand at less demand at same price or same demand at lower price is known as decrease in demand. Okay, that means this shift in demand curve is not due to the change in price but due to the change in other factors that influence the demand is known as shift in demand curve. Okay, then after that, next point, that is factors affecting demand. So there are some factors that affect the demand. In that, first one, that is out of fashion goods. So when the goods become the out of fashion goods, then there is less demand for that particular goods even though their price may be cheap or less. That is out of fashion goods. Then next one is change in weather or season. It has same effect as change in fashion. That means the demand changes when weather changes. For example, fall in price of woolen clothes does not increase their demand in summer. Okay, then next one, that is change in income. So income increases means the things are cheap, so that with same money income people are able to buy more goods. Okay, then next one, that is change in habit. So taste, customs, etc. The demand also depends on taste, habit and custom, etc. That means if people develop the taste for the tea in place of coffee, then demand for tea will be increased. Then next one, that is technological progress. So innovation and discoveries brings the new things in the market, and which result that old things are no longer wanted. That means, for example, this black and white TV are replaced by color TV set. Then next one, discovery of cheap substitute. So manufacturer of, for example, vegetable ghee has made available cheap substitute for cow ghee or ghee. The demand for pure ghee has decreases. Then next one, that is advertisement. That means the clearer, persistent campaign of advertisement may create the new type of demand. Then last factor, that is wealth distribution. For example, suppose the wealth is equally distributed, the demand for necessaries and comfort commonly used by poor people will increase, while the demand for luxuries on the other hand will fall off. Okay, these are the some factors that affect the demand. Okay, so this is all about today's exercise, that is basic concept of demand and law of demand. Okay, this is all about today's lecture. Thank you all.